Well, hello, and thanks for tuning into the Jam Show.
Episode 1.
Yeah, the Justin and Matt show.
Nice.
We're here, and we got a couple of things that we were doing, and
we're doing it.
First, let me ask you, Justin, how you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Had a busy day at work, dude.
Yeah?
Very busy.
Time go by pretty quick?
Yeah, and I just felt like I didn't get anything done.
So, that's not a great feeling.
No,
it's hard to separate out like your ability to be able to get everything done, because sometimes you're not.
No, it's not possible.
Yeah, but then all you want to do is have a clear shelf, man.
Oh, dude, that is so hard, dude. That is it.
Yeah, and I mean, when you are getting too much piled onto you, you never have like the success of completion.
Yeah, isn't there some saying that it's like if you have a clean desk, you don't have enough work or something like that?
Yeah. When I used to work in the restaurant industry, it was always got time to lean, got time to clean.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, God forbid I get a little time to myself here.
Right. I don't know. I don't necessarily think that's a healthy work environment.
Oh no, that's totally a toxic work environment.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, what do we got on tap here, Matt?
Let's see. We've been diving into "Don't Believe Everything You Think" by Joseph Nguyen.
Dude, it's Joseph. What is it?
Joseph
Win.
It's Win. Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah,
I would never have guessed.
He was talking about his website in one of the chapters, because there's like some extras on his website, some charts and stuff that go along with the book. And he's like, Joseph Wen, JOSEPHEPNYG. Wait, it's like, what? Who?
So I had read this book once.
Okay.
But I feel like we used to do book club together and at work and bounce stuff back and forth. And kind of we're always on the same page.
It always helped with the understanding the content.
Yeah, being able to directly talk about it. Right,
for sure, in real time too.
Yes,
dude, that was nuts.
So I just highlighted a couple of quotes. I felt like the whole thing could be highlighted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such a small book.
My initial impression on the book, a little off-putting.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Initial it got better afterwards? Or?
Yeah, it got better after, but like the introduction where he was like going through saying like this book is going to have all the answers to all your questions, it was like coming off a little...
Yeah. And I wonder if he did that on purpose for the people who need answers.
For sure. Like they need to be told this has what you're looking for.
You don't need to... You're okay now.
Right.
Like,
yes, yeah. Right.
So yeah, I got a couple of quotes. I just did the first 2 chapters so that maybe we can do the next 2 chapters later.
Yeah,
and then we'll also have enough time to maybe touch on some of these other things we wanted to do. So this is within the introduction, the second paragraph. What I know to be the truth from the depths of my soul is that you will not be the same person as you were after you read this book. The only constant is change. Growth is an inevitable process of life, and it will be impossible for you not to change after reading this book. And I feel like that is exactly what you're talking about, right?
Well, yeah, I mean...
That's not the exact quote you're talking about, but him believing in this book so much to say something like this, but also it's a given truth that once you do something, you're not the same person.
Right. It's like, what is that saying that
Hold on a second. Once you do something, you are not the same person.
What is that quote where it's like, this one man who enters a river is not the same man that and some...
I don't know.
Help me out here. You know what it's like, God.
I do not know
escaping me.
I do not know that quote.
You don't know that quote?
We'll write it down and we'll have it on the pod next.
Okay.
A lot of this podcast is going to be us going back after we've found the information.
I wrote down River Man Change.
Oh, you're gonna see that later and be like, what the fuck does this mean? But yeah, it's just kind of a given, I feel like.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's like the sun rising.
Yeah, but also I feel like people need it. People need to hear that. Just like this next quote I highlighted. I promise that you are not the exception, even though it may seem like it.
Doesn't everybody feel like they're special?
Yes, and I have this problem with negativity where I beat myself up so much. I should be better. I know that I can be better.
Oh, dude, expectations,
yes,
brother.
but everybody has those.
Oh, dude, yes, absolutely.
I
Me
mean,
too.
other people just have found different ways to cope with it.
Yeah, I think maybe society doesn't talk to us enough about setting how we set our expectations for ourselves, and how we have that dialogue with ourselves is kind of important.
Yeah, especially with these social medias.
Yeah, dude, you have the bar is getting set higher and higher every day.
And it's like it's being set in like a fantasy height, like a fantasy world. And it's almost like, how good can you make your almost fake life be?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Where these people, they go and they rent the house or they rent the car, make the video, and it's not really theirs.
Yeah.
It's like, that's like, come on.
Or even like a guy that it just does woodworking in his basement.
Okay.
You don't see him, having to fight with his wife over paying bills or something, or his kids come home from school and are assholes to him because they're, in puberty or whatever.
Or he's just not paying attention to him.
Yeah.
Two sides to that coin.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. But also maybe talking about it out loud, maybe it's the opposite of the social media, by assuming that there's things like that in people's lives, Yeah. Is that bringing people down to make you feel better?
It's not good for us. I think that's what the studies are showing, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Right.
So here's an interesting topic. Oh, did you have something?
No.
Okay.
I was looking through my notes, and I didn't really take very good notes for. I started taking notes chapter by chapter, and I didn't really get that far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's one that maybe we'll spin off into a different kind of talk. The truth lies within everyone and in everything. You must look beyond the form, the physical, to see and experience the truth, the spiritual.
Okay.
Are you a spiritual guy?
I don't know. What does that mean?
I think believing in a higher power, I definitely would not say out loud that there's a God, that there's a supreme being, but I think there's a supreme force acting upon everything, some sort of net of energy.
Most days I think we're living in a simulation.
Yeah that's an easy thing to think.
I don't know, it's just like sometimes you have dreams where it's like you feel like that place that you're leaving, I don't know, maybe isn't as good.
Yeah.
And you come here to escape sometimes. That's what it feels like.
To go off on a different direction, I have been having this dream of my teeth falling out.
Whoa.
Like 3 out of 5 nights this week.
Bro.
And, dude, so realistic. Just like feeling like I'm spitting my teeth into my hands,
God.
dude. I guess it's, so that's like a trope for like, they say that's like, if you have a bad dream, like it's like a falling dream or
okay.
Something like that, where if you dream it, it means you feel like you're losing something.
Oh.
So I was talking to my wife. I don't know what I feel like I'm losing. A little bit of my mind lately.
That's not good.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get deeper into that kind of thing later in the podcast.
For sure.
Maybe not this one, but another one. But also my kid is growing up. You know?
Losing him maybe a little bit. That
he's
childhood.
doing more and more things. And also I'm in a transition right now to where I am trying to kind of distance myself from worse habits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm losing that childishness.
That Ethan Suplee, the guy from Full Metal Jacket that lost a ton of weight.
Okay.
The Gober Pyle. He played the Gober Pyle in Full Metal Jacket.
He was also in like Clerks and Boy Meets World.
Yes, he's got a saying where he says like every day you've got to kill your old self. Basically, dude, it's brutal. But dude, he's got some really good motivational stuff.
Yeah, and he looks like a stud right now.
Oh, dude, he is a monster. Dude.
Yeah, but I mean, he's been carrying around 400 pounds like his entire life. Mm-hmm. Of course, he's gonna be.
No, yeah,
jacked.
Well, I don't know. Not necessarily everybody's got all that muscle under there, but.
Yeah, well, he was getting around. He wasn't.
Yeah,
he wasn't
absolutely. Most
seated.
bigger people, they have a large muscular frame under them.
Yeah.
Yeah, most likely, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going.
Yeah. What do you got next, Matthew?
All right. This is the last quote I have in the introduction, and
Okay.
I think this
least favorite part of the book.
yeah, I think this does kind of wrap up what you had started saying with it. But here's the quote: "I will not say anything that you don't already know deep inside your soul." To where I think that is generally a truth for most anything good. I think everybody knows that eating healthy is good. I think everybody knows exercising is good. But it's hard for people to get over that hump of doing it. You know, that brain to body connection.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's kind of like how James Clear talks about in Atomic Habits, how he's got those 3 rings where it's like you want your identity. You got to change your identity before you can have those habit changes, because if you don't identify as that person, as a person who works out, if you don't identify as an athlete, you're not going to do the things that make you an athlete.
Yeah, definitely in my life, I have identified more with my, for lack of a better term, addictions.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
You know, than I have most anything else.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, and then on the other side of that coin here, I'm doing them knowing they're bad for me, which is definitely a mind fuck.
Oh, for sure.
And then beating myself up for doing it afterwards. So I'm really getting burnt 3 times here.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Bro, that's when you put it that way.
Yeah, it makes you really want to change.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But change is hard and change is scary.
It is. We're creatures of habit,
yeah,
right?
you want to know the devil you know.
Yeah, no, it's hard, dude. I'm in sort of the same boat myself, trying to improve some of my own habits.
Yeah. So chapter 1, the journey to finding the root cause of suffering.
Ooh, root cause, dude. That's what I do every day. Root cause analysis. Buddy, dude. Quality.
So the quote at the top, there's a quote at the top of every chapter, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
You know, some
There's some good quotes.
Yeah, some books do like pictures. You know?
Okay.
I think this is a little bit more meaningful almost.
Yeah, I guess pictures are worth 1,000 words, but
damn,
whatever.
You're not wrong.
Just saying.
People have a hard time letting go of their suffering out of a fear of the unknown. They prefer suffering that is familiar, and that's from Thich Nhat Hanh.
Okay, I've heard of that name.
So the quote again is: "People have a hard time letting go of their suffering out of a fear of the unknown. They prefer suffering that is familiar." Literally just talking about this, that we know we want to keep the suffering going.
It's like you choose to have something be a part of your identity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you want to, it's like by force you just sit there and ruminate on it.
Yeah.
About this thing that you don't have or this thing that you aren't, but you think you are. It's a real mind fuck. That's a really good quote. I really like that one.
So the next one I got highlighted here. Did you want to talk about any more about the chapter itself? You want to keep going through these quotes?
We can do the quotes. I honestly, I mean, the root cause of suffering, he went through and he basically, the gist that I got was that he defined the suffering first, obviously, as emotional and psychological.
Yes.
So pain, essentially. And then it's your expectations that are creating the suffering is what I got from it, right?
And I definitely agree with that to a point. But it's finding the end point, I think, that people don't know how to do.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, let's do this quote.
Okay.
Buddhists say that anytime we experience a negative event in our lives, 2 arrows fly our way. Being physically struck by an arrow is painful. Being struck by a second emotional arrow is even more painful and suffering. The Buddha explained, in life, we can't always control the first arrow. However, the second arrow is our reaction to the first. The second arrow is optional.
Right.
Yeah, so the first thing that pops into my mind with that is like a death of a family member.
Okay.
And my dad died like 8 years ago now. And it was you know, the arrow of his death.
Yeah, the immediate loss.
which I feel like directly comes with the second arrow. I mean, as a society, losing people is probably not talked about enough.
Yeah, death is kind of something, at least especially in Western culture, right? Maybe Eastern culture, it might be a little more on the forefront of people's brains.
Yeah, and our culture has like monetized death.
Dude. So Lauren works at a old folks home, right? Talk about monetizing death. There's some people in there that talk about wanting to commit suicide, but it's like, I don't know where the line is at that stops us from being able to like facilitate assisted suicide for older folks, right?
There is like two states in the United States.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. It's like Oregon and somewhere else, right? And you have to get
like all sorts of paperwork.
And I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if you could find like some sort of lobbying group that's lobbying these states to prevent them from allowing these laws to pass, so then all these old folks home can just sit here and milk these people for all they're worth.
Well, I would imagine that's kind of using the Bible to, you know, further your own causes.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because the Bible says suicide is a sin.
Right.
And as separate of church and state as we have, it's not nearly separate enough.
No, absolutely. I don't know. I just thought that was an interesting aside, because it was like talking about bringing somebody a hot cup of water to make tea, and how this isn't in their, you know, plan of care or whatever, and so how they're not paying for that. I don't know. That just seems like too much.
You would almost want them to get something from the cafeteria so that you can charge them for it.
Well, it's just bringing their meals to them is they're not paying for, that's not a part of their, you know, their whatever care plan that they've got. So it's like, oh, well, if they want us to bring them meals, they need to pay for that. You know, it's just so weird. It's a very odd business, dude.
Yeah,
it creeps me out every time she tells me a little bit out of it. It's, ugh,
that's tough.
It's gross.
But yeah, when I think of death, you know, and my dad was fairly young. He was what?
How old were you?
65. I was 28.
Okay.
He was 65. And he was alive at 1 minute, and then I could never talk to him again.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I'm in a kind of a semi-similar situation where my mom passed away when I was like, I don't know how old I was.
Super young.
I was in like third, fourth grade.
Oh, okay. So 8,
9, somewhere around in there. And then she was only 33.
That's
right?
crazy.
So it's pretty young. Like, I'm turning 32 this year.
Oh,
so
man,
it's like
that's a weird creep.
Right. And it's like, I didn't even know her as an adult. You know what I mean? That's kind of...
Well, and yeah, I was fairly estranged from my father.
Okay.
When I was younger, he more or less didn't want to do anything with me.
Right.
You know, I would go over there every other weekend as planned, play with Legos. He would do other stuff. I was too young to even know.
Right.
He eventually got with a lady who had a kid. So I was just left home alone with this other kid. And dude, I was constantly getting into trouble.
Oh yeah.
You know,
obviously.
And
nothing good comes out of it.
Yeah. And it was like as legally much as he had to take care of me, he did, you know.
Hey, at least you saw him though.
Yeah, and now, you know, 15 years later, I'm like, I barely knew him as an adult. So now I do have almost the regret of not knowing how to talk to him.
Oh, for sure, man.
But then I've learned to kind of let that go, because, you know, what we had is what we had, and there's nothing else I can do about it.
The best thing that you can do is just accept what you have, right?
Acceptance. And maybe that's, you know, the way that you...
It's your expectations that are making you feel like you have some other thing that you are missing out on, right?
But I don't know if I could ever lose somebody and just be like, well, That's how it is.
See, now losing somebody like that at such a young age, I feel like it's kind of like, what do you call, like, numbed me to death. To where
Really?
now it's like, whenever I hear somebody has lost somebody, it's like, oh, well, how old were they? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like,
Guess what you got and I did.
right. It's like, well, I guess they did live a full life. So, and obviously there's levels to it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to you.
Yeah, and I talk to my wife
Not
about
to quote
that all
Joe
the
Rogan.
time. I talk to my wife about that all the time with my son, you know. Even if we were super rich and he wanted, you know, a pony for Christmas, but I got him a dog, you know, that's a trauma. You know,
Right.
that's the worst thing that happens to you. It is the worst thing that happens
Exactly.
to
And he kind of talks about that, and he gets to this point that we're making in the next couple chapters.
you. Okay, yeah.
We're jumping ahead a little bit.
Okay. So here's the next one I got. As I began my journey of self-improvement, I came across a myriad of different teachings. And I feel like that's one thing that we were doing a lot.
Dude, how many books have we listened to? How many podcasts?
A bazillion.
I don't even want to say how many hours of podcasts
Yeah.
and books.
And all trying to find that, you know, that one trigger that just helps you get it.
This new system that will help us get everything that we want to get done.
Yes.
Have you found it yet?
Nope.
No, me neither. Me neither. Just checking.
That's what this is, though.
Yeah, dude,
maybe.
this is it. You just start your own podcast.
Yes.
And write your own book. That's coming out next. Yeah, on the lookout for that.
But yeah, it is kind of crazy how people feel like they keep needing to put more information out there.
No, I mean, it's
How many books go unread?
well, I mean, I would imagine everybody at least has read the book one time. Like one person has read the book, right?
Every book, at least one person has
How
read it.
many,
The
like,
editor.
How many times do you think there's like this book written and the person who would actually receive the book and understand it and find it useful doesn't find that book?
Well, and yeah, books are kind of like music in that, you know, there's different genres and they appeal to some people, and even within certain genres, there's books that do and do not make sense to you, maybe.
Yeah, dude, books are so weird. They are like music in that way,
Yeah.
but more layers to it, right?
Yeah, also longer to consume.
Thanks, Matt. More data, I guess. Yeah, that would make sense. You still on chapter 1?
Yeah, that was the end of chapter 1 for my quotes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, chapter 1 was all of 3 minutes long on the audiobook, so
Yeah.
it was essentially
Yeah, it was what 3
is
pages
suffering?
here, maybe.
what is suffering? What is suffering?
Not even 3 pages.
What is suffering? The root cause of suffering. This guy's figured it out, everybody. All you have to do is buy this book.
So, what did you have anything else more on chapter 1?
No, dude.
Okay.
That was it.
We'll do chapter 2. Let's see how much I have on this one. Oh, I don't have it all.
We can
Mark
get that
it up.
next time.
Yeah, let's do chapter 2 next time.
Okay. Oh, absolutely.
Because we're making it up on the fly.
Yeah, for sure.
So I have a news article here if you
Okay.
want to do something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just recently in the NHL, and you may or may not have heard of this.
I don't watch sports, so no.
Well, it's a news thing, so not necessarily a sport thing.
Okay.
But I have the NHL kind of through my Google filters. So
See.
So Ivan Provorov of the Philadelphia Flyers
Okay.
refused to wear the Pride jersey for warm-ups. And so what it is they have these different jerseys. The numbers are rainbows.
Okay.
And they only wear it during the warm-up, and then they auction them off, and all that money goes to some sort of LGBT cause.
Okay.
He did not do that. I believe that they benched him for the game. That he wasn't allowed to play in the game.
I don't know anything about hockey. Is he good?
He is one of the Flyers' better players.
Better or best? Like one,
Top
2, 3.
three.
Top 3. Ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch. Did they lose the game?
they did lose the game.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Worth it?
I was kind of looking back, and I was kind of hoping they lost, or kind of hoping that they would have won and been like, we don't need you. But
But obviously,
So,
they
like,
do need him.
so here's what he had to say about it. He said, "I respect everybody, and I respect everybody's choices. My choice is to stay true to my choice, or stay true to myself and my religion." So what do you think about all this so far?
Well, I mean, God, I don't know. I mean, I feel like what does wearing some colorful stuff on your jersey affect somebody's religion? I just
Because the money is going to go there either way.
yeah, but it's like you're like
me,
helping people out. I don't know. I feel like you're giving to charity. You're giving to charity. I don't know.
I think to me it's like, do you not want to collect your paycheck for this week? Because if I don't run my machine for an hour in a machine shop, then I'm going to get written up or not paid for, you know?
I guess. I mean, but granted, when you're a professional sports athlete, you have an ego.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And so this goes a layer further, in my opinion.
Okay.
So the NHL released a statement. Players are free to decide which initiatives to support. That is a get out of jail free card, my friend.
It sounds like he shouldn't have got benched.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like, I don't know this about the NHL, but like the NFL, if you wear the wrong color socks, you're getting fined. If you wear a pin on your shirt, you're getting fined.
I thought they were a little more loosey-goosey.
Well, they may be now.
Okay.
They probably got a bunch of backlash for doing that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Or that one guy kneeling.
Yeah, I forgot about Colin Kaepernick doing that stuff.
And I like to listen to a lot of Barstool Sports.
Oh, yep.
And can't think of his name.
Dave
Portnoy. Yeah. I guess he's quoted often saying that like if he was actually the star quarterback, he wouldn't have been kneeling. Yeah, I guess he like wasn't the best player on their team.
No, I don't even know if he was the starter at that time when he did it. I can't remember.
I don't think he was.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he made himself relevant.
Yeah, which, guess what happens? Provorov's jersey is now sold out.
Of course, because all the rednecks out there, get out of my country.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Which, I mean, it's one thing to disagree with what he does, or agree or disagree, but to make him a martyr, you know, to start putting hundreds of dollars on this guy, you know, he's probably not even on these guys' teams. They don't live anywhere near.
He just stands for standing up for what you believe in, which I guess I can get behind that.
I just think I think that's the wrong hill to die on, you know. Well, and I'm talking about as a fan on the outside looking in. There's not I buy the jerseys that I want for the players that I want, but they're just people too, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, when you're a sports figure, you're like a role model. You know, you're a little bit more than, you're like a hero in our society.
Kind of, yeah.
Right? I don't know. Like, you kind of have to represent a little bit more, maybe?
People definitely put that on athletes, I believe.
Oh, absolutely.
Space Jam, a literal superhero.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's not Ray Ryson knocking his girlfriend, dragging her into a elevator.
Well, you know what? You're not wrong about that.
It's like Einstein, dude. It's like all relative.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't wear the jersey.
Dude.
If you're going home and being nice to your old lady,
you'll see me in the Blue Ribbon Lounge next time wearing a Philadelphia Flyers jersey.
Do you have any news articles that you found interesting?
Yeah, dude. I've got one here. Not a big surprise, but is it Ghislaine Maxwell? She had an interview that she just recently released from jail, because I'm pretty sure she's in jail. Yeah, it's in a jailhouse interview with Talk TV's Jeremy Kyle Live, which aired on last Monday, that is. She was quoted saying that basically she believes that Epstein was murdered. What do you think about that, Matt?
Yeah, I don't believe Epstein killed himself. Why would he have?
I mean, he did all kinds of bad stuff. He had some friends, you know.
And she's in a she is British. She's not in a British jail.
I honestly don't know either of those things.
Well, and this whole Epstein thing, I saw a funny video on the internet of it at one point where it's like the government can just do whatever they want now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, COVID is a good example of that, I thought.
Yeah. They don't have to hide anything. 80% of the people here are sheeple. And I think that was like a big defining factor of the change, the swing.
I thought it was like a big tell. It was like a big sign when they didn't release the list of people that had been visiting their island, right?
Which is funny because I like Matt Groening, who did The Simpsons and Futurama.
Okay.
And multiple other things. But he took a flight one time with Epstein.
Oh, do tell.
And I don't believe he indulged, from what my sources say, but I guess some woman came out that he wanted her to like massage his feet, and he had fucking nasty ass troll feet, like all fucking green ass nails.
Why is it always feet, dude?
I don't know.
God, I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, the list could be damning, and also even if they released the list, all those people can be like, well, I just took the flight, I didn't go to this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like caught in the crossfire who were, maybe they did just visit the island for some platonic type of mission, as opposed to going out there to do whatever.
All the bad stuff.
Yeah, the bad stuff, the icky stuff. It's like one of the best conspiracies out there right now.
Yeah, so just for clarification, Ghislaine Maxwell was Epstein's like right-hand person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know, were they together, or is just some sort of business arrangement type thing?
I think
he probably wanted
to be like a couple.
He like wanted to watch guys cuckold her or something.
Yeah, something weird like that. All right, for the next current event I've got here. It was from the what was it? Oh, the Senate press hearing over the Ticketmaster and with Live Nation merger, right?
That's monopoly shit. Let me guess what happens. They say it's okay because there's some sort of legal loophole.
No, I mean, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but there was apparently a lot of Taylor Swift quoting.
What?
Yeah, so basically...
because who's the Taylor Swift people called? Are they just called Swifts?
I don't know. Like the groupie?
Yeah, because Beyonce's got the Beehive.
Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that was a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a little over my head.
But Taylor Swift was doing a concert, and like Ticketmaster bought up all the tickets, and she was pissed about it.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. So she was saying that it was not she. I should say Ticketmaster is saying that it was bot activity that bought out all of her tickets.
They don't use bots?
That's
Ticketmaster doesn't use robots?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I see these tickets going in like the first second of the time.
Dude, that is why I don't even try to buy concert tickets anymore. Last time I bought Tool tickets. Pretty popular band. Pretty popular concerts, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of like what their
especially if you live in an area like us
where you have nothing going on.
Yeah, and Tool coming to our area is big news.
No, absolutely. That's like, I can't think of a bigger band to come to the TaxSlayer Center, or is it the Mark again?
We just call it the Mark on this podcast.
The Mark, okay. But yeah, I mean, and the tickets just outrageous. Yeah. I mean, I would hate to see...
Well, like Taylor Swift fans were saying that Ticketmaster was selling them at like 150 times the rate.
Yeah, it's so consistent. Mm-hmm. That's what I don't get. But anyway, so there was a lot of Taylor Swift quoting going on, and I just I kind of like this one. It was karma is a relaxing thought. Aren't you envious that for you it's not?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know.
They're living above the law.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. That's what is it? White collar crime.
Yeah,
it's kind of what it is.
Did you hear anything of kind of what the vibe was from the Senate?
They were basically just grilling them over and over again about how it's bad for the industry, essentially.
Yeah.
So I mean, hopefully, all of this bad press will hopefully actually do something positive from that. So,
well, and it's like people have to commit to voting with their dollars sometimes. if you don't like what Ticketmaster's doing, you have to commit to not going to shows.
That's
sometimes.
the hard thing, dude, because there's a million other people out there who will buy those tickets.
Yeah,
if you don't.
exactly.
Dude,
Exactly.
That's the hard part about it, dude. Oh, man. And that was the other thing is they were kind of like talking about their market shares of like just because they not only like obviously like the sole marketplace provider, so you can't go buy these tickets through any other venue. You have to buy them through Ticketmaster. Then they own the venue itself as well sometimes. So it's like people are trying to do these concerts just to avoid Ticketmaster altogether. But they were talking about how they own something like 96% of the contracts for like the NHL, the NBA, and I think it was the NFL too. It was high 80, 90% of those contracts, right? And it's like, how does that not scream monopoly to you?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's very frustrating.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I picked it as one of my topics.
Yeah, it's tough. That is a big reason why I like to spend my money local.
Oh, absolutely.
I like to see small bands
Ribco,
coming through.
dude. One of the best concerts I ever saw was at Ribco.
Yeah, what was it?
Patrick Sweeney.
I never heard of him.
No? Oh, dude, it was like, he's kind of like a bluesy, just blues rock.
Yeah.
But it was just him, guitar, and he had this like stomp box to kind of like do the drums where he's just like pounding it with his foot to keep the beat. And dude, it was jamming.
Yeah, dude.
It was awesome.
And you're maybe 10 feet away from him.
Oh, yeah, dude. So close. It was crazy.
You're not in nosebleeds.
Got a CD signed by him.
Yeah. Dude.
You know,
that's a way better experience being in the nosebleeds, listening to shitty audio sounding.
Having somebody spill their beer on you, dude.
Down your back, dude.
I spent $150 for this ticket. I'm ready to fight somebody. I'm just juiced up, dude.
Somebody spilled their beer on you?
No, it didn't happen to me, but it happened to somebody by me, and I got mad for the guy.
You're so noble, dude.
Oh, dude, I was like, oh, man. Anyway, that's all I had for current events.
Well, kind of. I don't know why all my events are sports related, and these aren't maybe necessarily current, but I haven't had a chance to talk to people about them. Have you heard about this Live Golf?
I have heard of Live Golf.
It's like what Saudi Arabia is like paying all these high quality players to leave the PGA.
Yes, they're vulturing top talent by paying them more money.
Well, and like they're paying them like committed money, like they're signing contracts.
Yeah, and they're actually paying them.
Yeah, so what it sounded like before was the PGA Tour was anything you win is yours. If you want like a consistent paycheck, you need to get sponsored.
Oh, okay.
And then also like you have to create your own appearances and things like that.
Like media appearances and all that jazz. Oh, ouch.
But it sounds like media or like in person, like you go to a golf range and people pay $5 to get an autograph.
Oh, okay. Or like you hold like a driving clinic or something like that, right?
But what this Live Golf is doing, which like I said is a Saudi Arabia company, so I don't know if they're doing it all here or if they're taking them over to Saudi Arabia.
What has Saudi Arabia done that's bad?
Oh, dude, aren't they always trying to kill gays and
was it Saudi Arabia that chopped that dude up?
Yeah,
in the
like a journalist,
in the embassy or whatever.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, it's Jamal Khashoggi. Something like that.
That sounds kind of familiar.
Fucking madness, dude.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking world are we living in?
They're killing people for being gay over there. They're always beating women up.
Like, dude,
trying to gain rights.
Like scared of being gay are they? You know what I mean? Like, dude, they're just like, I don't want to see penis. We can't have it.
Dude, have you seen Ozark?
Ozark.
It's with Jason Bateman.
Oh, like a TV show on?
Yeah.
No.
On Netflix.
No.
Dude, it's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah. So it's Jason Bateman is working for a Mexican drug cartel.
Okay.
And the feds are onto him, trying to take down the cartel within the United States. And it's really good, dude.
It sounds good. It's on Netflix?
Netflix, yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Ozark.
I don't watch a lot of TV, but
Yeah, it's like we get to watch an episode before we go to bed.
Have you watched any Ancient Apocalypse?
No.
Come on, dude.
That sounds intense.
That's Randall Carlson's show.
Okay. Was he the guy with...
He's Graham Hancock.
Yeah.
The dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Yes, and Graham Hancock's on one of the episodes, too.
Okay.
Talking about the erosion. The erosion on the megalithic structures.
Well, there was supposed to be a great flood.
According to those two guys, there's been multiple.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I believe it.
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. Without a doubt.
I was talking to a religious family member of mine, and he was saying that there's like weird, like the Grand Canyon was supposed to be eroded away by the Colorado River after years.
Okay.
But like the Mississippi is way bigger, and it's not nowhere near a Grand Canyon size thing.
What do you mean? Oh, like the cavity that it is cutting out?
Yeah.
For the size of the river?
Yeah.
Well, it's like obviously there was a larger amount of water that went through there at a past time.
Yeah.
Right?
Something weird.
I don't know.
But saying that one sentence got me wondering, like, what?
Yeah, dude,
it's just like, I don't know. I probably learned that in 7th grade history class about the Grand Canyon, you know?
Oh, that it was cut through by the Colorado River? Yeah, I don't know.
And it's like weird. Just like simple answers to potentially bigger questions that you could look into. Sure.
Well, and as you're a kid, people just give you answers, to shut you up sometimes. Too.
Yeah.
Like, this is the way it is. Shut up. Do your homework. Leave me alone. That was probably what your dad said.
Nope. No. He didn't talk to me that much.
Oh, ouch. Jeez. A zing.
But yeah, this Live Golf, they are paying their players to be at tournaments. They're paying them for like media time, and then they also get, I think, larger purses for winning games.
Yeah, I mean, from what I was gathering, they were getting paid more.
Yeah, and it's like that's kind of the opposite of Ticketmaster, right? This is the first time the PGA has probably had a true rival in a long time.
Ever, as far as I know. I don't know if there's ever been like some sort of a...
And there's probably smaller type tournament things, but they're just not on the scale.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know of another... That might have been the only professional golf league in the world. I mean, there had to have been one in China, right? Because China's got everything.
Yeah.
There had to have been a European Pro Tour, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe there's just a PGA World Tour. Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about golf, but...
Well, and speaking of not knowing enough, don't get all your answers from here, but if you hear something you know about, feel free to send us a message or leave a comment or something.
Know, please.
Yeah. You can find us both on Facebook. Maybe we'll link down below. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll figure that
maybe
out.
Instagram. I've been making it a point lately to not check my socials.
Yeah, I prefer Instagram anyway. I prefer
for sure.
Hit of an image as opposed to reading everybody's opinion.
But now, I don't know, you find yourself all going to the TikTok style content.
Yes, the reels.
And you just, I don't know about you, but my brother, my dad will send me some video and then I found not even just TikToks, but like TikTok style content, but on Facebook or Instagram because it's on YouTube because everyone's got that same style of content. You just find yourself scrolling
because it just goes to the next video.
Yeah, it's just so dopamine, like it just so addictive. It's nuts. And I forgot where I saw this, but somebody was saying that this is the first time where you can make a single piece of upright like phone content and have it go viral on like 5 different apps.
Dude, I was doing upright videos before it was fucking cool.
Dude, you fucking hipster, dude.
Yeah, dude, I knew it was gonna happen. People hold their phone like that.
It only makes sense. Yes. Why do I need to turn my phone sideways to see this full screen image?
Right.
To just make it so it's upright, dude. It's simple, right?
I don't want to have to bend my wrist, dude.
Exactly, man. Oh, man. So, you got anything you're working on outside of work?
Well, I do another podcast.
Oh, really?
I do the Blue Ribbon Lounge podcast. If anybody wants to hear about that, and I'll give a shout out for them to us, but man, I just love, and that's with Davey. You know Dave.
Oh yeah, I know Davey.
I just love getting together, like having a plan to get together, dude. I don't know if it's some sort of depression or something, but I have been self-isolating really bad.
Oh, dude,
lately.
and they say that spending time in your house is almost as bad as smoking cigarettes. For
Shit, dude, I smoke cigarettes in my house.
Bro, your life is burning at both ends, dude. You're screwed. No, dude, that's awesome. That you're dying at both ends.
I'm
Anyway,
well,
sorry.
I don't really do that, but yeah. I don't know why I've been self-isolating. I've been extra hard on myself lately.
Dude, I feel like I self-isolate too. Not necessarily on purpose. I don't necessarily see myself doing it, but it's just kind of like what I do. I don't know.
I feel like I've seen myself doing it to like a really large degree.
Yeah. That's not good, man.
Yeah.
Not good. Fix that right now.
I'm trying, buddy.
Listen here, buddy.
I'm trying.
I'll rip
Reading
you
the
into
books.
shape. This book is going to help me.
I'm finding every type of
All your
way.
answers are here.
Yeah.
Just listen to Joseph win.
Yeah. But I'm hoping that this podcast can help me get out of that funk a little bit. Talking about it, being about it.
Structured, scheduled things are good for you.
Yeah.
They say.
But on a lighter note, so we're down in my basement, the Blue Ribbon Lounge, and it's all decked out and past Blue Ribbon decor and a lot of fake plants and
little Elvis
wood and stuff. I am making a Fiji mermaid.
Fiji
right
mermaid.
I just came up with the name of it. Well, I didn't come up with it. A buddy sent it to me, and he said,
"Is it like the Mosul orb? It's supposed to be an alien."
"Oh, maybe."
Okay.
So he suggested and this is what's gonna be named, Princess Melusine.
Melusine.
Yeah. So Melusine is a figure in European folklore, a female spirit of fresh water in a holy well or river.
Bro, that thing is fucking creepy looking too, dude. That thing.
So I'm gonna make it like a little shell or rock, like crown for it.
Okay.
And then put it in a display, and it's gonna have a plaque that says or does Queen Melusine sounds maybe better.
Queen sounds a little more majestic.
Queen Melusine of the Mississippi River.
Yeah,
is what it's gonna be.
Captured 1857.
Yeah. So for those out there who don't know, and I guess I don't know how cool it is to put it out there, but I haven't been able to drive for 2 years.
Ooh,
because of my bad alcohol addiction.
Hey, we all have problems.
Well, and you know what? I don't know what alcohol addiction truly means, but there's plenty of times where I don't drink and I feel just fine. But there's other times where I definitely go a little overboard.
Oh, for sure, dude. I've seen you, dude. I've seen you, bro.
But I feel like I can drive now, and then I just all of a sudden kind of changed. Dude, I was getting projects done left and right.
Oh, nice. Like since you've been able to drive again?
Yeah, it's like
just been
weight
super
lifted
motivating.
off my back.
Absolutely.
But you know what, dude? I haven't been able to drive, but I've been, every time I need to get my kid somewhere, I can do it. And every time I need to be somewhere, I can do it.
Oh, for sure.
And it was definitely like a labor of finding out what I was really made of.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a tough spot, dude.
Yeah.
You really, like, that is
And thank
tough.
you, dude, for helping me out so
Oh, yeah,
much.
Dude. Not a problem, dude.
I guess
Not a
I'm saying
problem.
dude so much.
I know. I say dude, bro ham. I'm like a fucking surfer kid, teenager from the 90s.
Yeah, what do you think it's going to be like coming back and listening to this episode?
I think I'm going to hate the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's a given. Probably going to say some mannerisms that I need to quit saying so much.
Yeah.
Like, for sure. Dude. But other than that, I feel like we did all right.
This first episode was better than the trailer we tried to do, last time.
Yeah, and the first time when we did the trailer, I was kind of like focused more on talking into this, where this time I'm more focused on having a conversation with you.
Yeah, and I can figure as much of it out in post.
Yeah, dude, you have all the time in the world to edit full time now that you work from home.
Well, and that's one thing too. Having done this other podcast for almost 2 years, a year and a half.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's really fun to have something created.
having that creative fucking output,
Yeah.
it's got to be keeping you alive.
A lot of times, yeah.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it will, and just like everything else, it ends up being work sometimes. But
Yeah, anything with a deadline
Yeah.
can turn into a little worky work sometimes.
yeah, pressure situation.
Well, I mean, no matter what art you're creating, you given a deadline to an artist, turns into work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're doing. But you're probably gonna slap me. But I was thinking about going back to college again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For what? I'm not necessarily against it. I'm against a few things. But you tell me your thing first.
So I've already went through the whole cycle all on my own. I put a Matt Nicky on my shoulder and I talked it out with myself. But originally I was thinking, okay, I'm at Kone. I need some sort of degree so I can start climbing the ropes, right?
Seem legit.
So I was looking online, had some accredited degrees, and I landed on an online degree from LSU. That's Louisiana State University.
Okay. I like this so far.
Tigers.
Online.
Tigers, go Tigers.
Okay.
Anyway.
Online is a realistic idea.
Right. And I did a little bit of looking.
Not that you have like kids.
No, I mean, I have no excuses.
Yeah. But
Right.
online is a more reasonable option.
And they accept transfer credits from Scott Community College.
I think credits expire.
Well, I mean, not after that long, right?
Huh?
In like a 6 to 8 year time frame, I think they would be transferable.
I would think it'd be like I would think maybe 10 years they would.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what the time.
Yeah,
the time
something to
frame
look
is.
into. But anyways,
But a Bachelor of Science in Construction Management.
okay.
What do you think?
Just obscure enough.
Just obscure enough. It's an accredited degree, though.
I am of the opinion to take courses. Don't commit to degrees. I think certificates are worth more to people, in my opinion.
I don't.
Also, I'm not a boss. I'm not a fucking CEO of a company,
Right.
so I don't fucking
What the
know.
fuck do you know, Matt? What do you know? What's the book that we're reading?
Don't believe everything you think. Okay?
Exactly, dude. No, but I've kind of already talked myself out of it. You know, like I've gotten to the position I'm in with no degree.
Yeah.
Making a good enough money for myself. I just need to be smarter with my money and my time outside of work, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. To me, as a person who doesn't want to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of his life,
Right.
I have a hard time accepting that other people truly do.
That they want to work a 9 to 5?
Yeah. And so investing more in that and not in some other area of your life,
Right.
I think is where people make the mistake.
But it's like you get a degree, you become higher skilled, and maybe you don't have to work a full-time job. You know, you can get that part-time consulting job where you work half the year, you know, and the other half the year you're sitting on
I
a
think
beach.
experience is going to help you more there.
But you almost always still need that degree.
To seem what
It
was the
makes you
last
legit.
time, when was the last time you walked into a doctor's office and you were like, what school did you go to? Because I gotta make sure
Every
you get
time.
a doctorate
Every time I do this.
in some shitty Louisiana online.
Most of the doctors get the degree from India.
Well, you might not be wrong.
So, I mean, just do your research, people. No, but you're absolutely right. That's a very valid point.
I think if one was gonna want to go to be a contractor somewhere and just kind of show up once a week and collect, I don't know, $5,000 or something.
A consultant.
Consultant.
Not a contractor.
But I would think you would want to really learn how to write a resume. And what was that STAR acronym that they were talking to us about at our old place?
Oh, shoot.
Where you like bring specific examples of
your
work you've done.
experience, right?
I think
right.
if you were to create a log of those to be able to explain to a future employer,
Yeah, I suppose.
that's my opinion.
It's just, you know, how it is. Like, the aerospace industry, they put a hard stop on you having a degree.
That is true, but that's not every industry.
It's a majority of industries. It's a lot of places.
That company is not going to hire you as a consultant, degree or not.
You
I
don't
guarantee
know
it.
this, Matthew.
I'm telling you right now.
You don't know
I'd put
this.
money on it.
You don't know this.
I'd put money on it.
You don't know the future, Matthew.
I could guess pretty close.
You don't know the future.
But yeah, I think.
But you're probably right.
I think if you're going to get a position somewhere else, it's going to be some sort of manufacturing plant, some sort of dirty, greasy.
Yeah, plant. Maybe, or it could be the Asian Pacific quality manager for Kone in Singapore.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
I did apply for that job.
Yeah. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get it though.
I'm rooting for you.
Not qualified.
Don't have a degree.
They didn't actually ask for a degree.
Well, I think a degree is like a curtain that people pull in front of them, and it's a boundary they put between themselves and what they're looking for. Yeah. What you're looking for is out there, and you can get it right now. You just got to find it.
What am I looking for? Wow. I don't even know what I'm looking for, Matt. That's
maybe that's what you have to define first.
Exactly. So that's where I started thinking, I need to start a business, Matt.
Oh, okay.
I need to start a business.
This old one again.
Yes, dude. You remember these business ideas?
Yeah.
Property management. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea, and I think you can do it.
You
manage one property.
Yeah, I've got one under my belt, but it's like once you start adding all these other properties is when things really get squirrely. They can get out of hand and get sideways pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean, really, all it takes is one bad water heater or something.
Yeah, one bad tenant to really screw things up for you. Yeah, big time. Yeah, that's the hard part about managing properties for other people, I think, versus managing your own properties, It's you know your expectations. Mm-hmm. You don't know what someone else is going to expect of it. That's the hard part.
Yeah, when you're working for someone else in that situation, they want it done for the cheapest that they can get. Your tenant wants it done as right as possible.
Oh yeah, or half the time the tenant's asking for something done, and you're the middleman, and then the property manager is like, no, they can just deal with it.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, ouch.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of what I've been bouncing around in my head. And then I had the genius idea of, it was like, well, I kind of want to start building tiny homes, Matt.
Dude, tiny homes is where it's at.
I think
you can get property for like $30,000.
Well, I was thinking I get a chunk of land. Mm-hmm. I've already got a piece of property in mind. It's for sale for $125,000.
That's not
and I'm already talking to the owner about property or owner financing, right? Mm-hmm. And it's already has city sewer run through it.
That's a big one.
So you get this chunk of property. I can't remember the acreage, but zone it and develop it for a tiny home community. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I don't know, build a community center, build like in my thinking, I would build like a community garage even, so you could come and work on your car. You'd have like an area to do stuff inside during the winter, but then not sell the parcels of land, but literally do like lot rent, like a trailer court, but for like tiny homes and maybe RVs.
Yeah, my ideal situation I think would be to have pretty much exactly that. Have like a house I live in. Have a big barn that's like a community center that has, TV, pool table, maybe a hot tub. And then you have vintage trailers and tiny homes that people can rent. And it's essentially like a camping experience.
Right.
Like a campground.
Okay.
And yeah, rent it out to people. Rent it out to like companies to have parties there and stuff. Or like we knew that gal that was in that motorcycle club. And they went and did a big party every year and stayed at a campground for a couple of weeks.
Okay, yeah.
Or, not weeks,
be the host of some sort of.
Yeah. And you could even do classes and stuff like the, it's not really for me if you look at me, but like yoga.
What do you mean yoga? You are a yogi.
A yogi champion.
Come on, dude.
I have a black belt in yoga.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, what I also think is I would love to support my friends. So if I can get these people to pay, extra for the full experience, have one of my friends who teaches yoga come out and give them some cash for what they want to do. Maybe like some sort of cooking class. I don't know. And be like
a foraging class.
Yeah.
People
also
eat that shit up.
Literally foraging. Or like every Friday I cook just burgers and hot dogs for free,
for sure.
Yeah. And if there's multiple people staying there, they all come and meet each other.
I don't know. I was just thinking community home,
Yeah.
some sort of more community based.
The only thing I think is difficult about what you're thinking about is having people abuse the system.
How do you mean?
Like you'd have to charge a reasonable amount of rent, because if you charge anything less, you're gonna have people, and it sucks because you're gonna have like lower income people trying to live there.
How does a lower income person afford a tiny home?
Oh, they have to buy the whole tiny home.
You're buying it for me. I'm building it for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like you know how like a housing developer.
I'm probably gonna cut this part out because now we're kind of trashing on low income people. But...
No, I'm not trashing on low income people. It's a reality of the situation of like like people. There's certain income levels where you're not in like. Even me right now, I couldn't go out and buy a tiny home because the financing tools aren't out there available to me and you. We could go buy a regular house.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot easier to get that loan, but there's no specific loan for tiny homes, which basically makes it to where there's like a certain class of people who are able.
Well, and arguably, I mean, the middle class is the 80%, right?
You're with that tiny home specifically because my uncle, being the mayor of the town that it's in, he told me that they would not approve any more low-income housing.
Really?
Yeah, because Carbon Cliff is where this piece of property is located, is already at capacity for the number of like affordable income units, essentially.
Now they're just not getting government money from.
I don't know exactly how that works, but he basically said they've reached their limit on how many they can have in
That's
that
crazy.
area. Yeah, well, it's not a big area, you know.
Yeah, no,
it's pretty small, and there's really no business. There's like Casey's.
Is Panky's still out there?
Panky's is still open.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. That's really.
Is there a Dollar General?
No, at least
Dollar
there is
General,
in Silvis. That's in Silvis up there.
Dollar General is fucking stepping up.
Oh, for sure, dude.
They are fucking, which is also tough because when I think of Dollar General, I think of things that are priced to seem cheap.
Yes. I can't tell you the last time I shopped at a Dollar General.
I like the Dollar Tree.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Lauren goes there all the time.
The Dollar Tree is way better.
I think that's like where our plates and forks and spoons and stuff are all from.
Probably all $1.
Yeah. Like when we moved into the top unit, it was all Dollar Tree stuff for our utensils. The one thing that failed, can opener.
Dude, I feel like can openers are kind of hard to find.
A good one,
yeah.
Yeah, and they're expensive as all get out, dude.
Yeah, you have to get an expensive one for it to last.
It's like they know it's a tool you need to get to your food, so they're like, $12.
Yeah.
Even though it costs them nothing, you know that.
Yeah, they're stamping them out of sheet metal or something.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, you ready to wrap this thing up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Sounds like it's fizzling out.
That's okay. I feel like we did all right.
First podcast,
yeah,
you know?
We got it done, dude.
Yeah. Can't wait to put this one out. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Or you.
You single person out there talking to myself in the future. Good luck.
What are the winning lottery numbers? Maybe that's not how the podcast
that's
works.
not how it works.
Okay.
We could try, though. No, I'm just
Well, you out there, try to be good to yourself.
Yeah, be better to yourself than you were yesterday.
Yeah, have a good one.
Later.